Numbers that warn. 7 signs the universe may be sending a warning. Many people notice repeat or unusual numbers showing up in life, and they wonder whether it's a trick of the mind or more. Whether the time is 11:11 or a purchase comes to 777, the sequences make us take notice. Perhaps you've seen a specific sequence so often that you believe that it cannot be coincidence. For centuries, cultures worldwide have assigned meaning to numbers, believing that they can carry messages from higher powers or the universe at large. Although some numbers may be auspicious, others may be warning signs that something needs attention. Part of the reason numbers catch our attention so forcefully is that they're easy. Our brains latch onto patterns, especially if they repeat for no discernible reason. To some people, these numbers are harmless curiosities. To others, they might be spelling out a bigger warning about the course of life or unresolved issues waiting to surface. Rather than dismissing these occurrences as coincidence, closer analysis can reveal subtle truths. The world might be whispering to us to slow down, reorder priorities, or prepare for a substantial event on the horizon. What follows are signs the universe might be sending a watch-out signal through numbers, warning you to pay attention before things go wrong. A brief overview of number synchronicities. Numbers have had special meaning in a range of belief systems. For example, the ancient Greeks used numbers to unravel reality, and in some Eastern cultures, particular digits are thought to be harbingers of good or bad luck. Such ideas are not superstition. Psychologists recognize that recurring patterns like seeing the same sequence of numbers over and over again can act as prompts, urging us to take a closer look at our current situation. It's as though an inner alarm or cosmic text message is urging us to take notice. Not all recurring numbers are dire symbols, of course, but some definitely have a sharper edge. When you find yourself repeatedly noticing a particular number in a manner that feels more than coincidental, like glancing at your phone at the same time every day, you might find yourself asking why. While any number can become noticeable, there are some that have gained reputations for indicating a problem is looming. They don't always predict doom and gloom. Instead, they might indicate it is time to look within, examine your plans, or confront conflicts head-on. Paying attention to these prompts can be a healthy habit, enabling you to remain in sync with the rhythm of your life and make decisions with more awareness. Digits that can hold a warning. Following are 7 numbers that individuals often state appear when change is needed or caution is warranted. Some are spiritual or cultural in nature, and others are more modern symbols. Either way, they've gained enough popularity to at least make them worthy of consideration as a warning sign. If you're seeing them appear repeatedly in daily life, on signs, in dreams, or even on random receipts, it might be worth stopping to see if you're missing some sort of message. 1. 13, the notorious harbinger. Most societies consider 13 to be unlucky. This belief is so widespread that some skyscrapers skip labeling the 13th floor and jump from 12 to 14. The rationale behind this taboo differs, but the result is the same. People still link 13 to bad luck. If you start seeing it everywhere, like you glance at the clock at 1:13 daily, or your grocery bill comes out to $13.13 more than once a week, it could be a sign of deep-seated fears or issues that need fixing. Some view it as a sign that you're letting old fears control your present life. Maybe you've delayed an important decision or a discussion that you know you must have. When 13 is repeatedly appearing, it can be a gentle nudge to confront these fears. While the number isn't the cause of problems, its presence can be like a mirror, reflecting back to you what you've tried to flee. 2. 666 is more than its ominous reputation. In pop culture, 666 is known as the number of the beast, representing foreboding dark forces in certain religious texts. Books and films have magnified its frightening image. In most spiritual groups, however, it's not considered a monster's mark, but rather a reminder to rebalance your priorities. If 666 recurs, it could be an indication that you're too focused on material matters like money or status and not enough on your inner values or interpersonal relationships. This doesn't seal your fate. Instead, 666 might be a signal to step back and notice whether you're doing too much or stressing too much about cash. Are you chasing wealth at the cost of inner peace? Are relationships suffering because you're working all the time? By viewing 666 as a warning instead of a curse, You can nip problems in the bud and make changes before stress becomes severe. 3. 911 modern code for urgency. All across the United States, people dial 911 in an emergency. It is no surprise, then, that repeatedly seeing this number can feel foreboding. Maybe your total comes out to $9.11 or you keep seeing 911 on your phone clock. Some interpret it as a cosmic nudge to pay attention, like your deepest self is screaming, "This is an emergency." This might be true if you are in a risky profession and can't quit, or if you are neglecting health problems that won't go away. A 911 repeat might be urging you to take swift action on an area of life that's on shaky ground. It's useful to inquire, what's feeling like an emergency in my life right now? Maybe it's a relationship that's on the rocks, or maybe you've put off a big decision for way too long. 911 as a universal sign might be prodding you not to wait, tie up the matter before it's too late, or at least obtain the information you require to move to the next step. 4. 999 closure and endings. Seeing 999 repeatedly can mean that a chapter in your life is coming to a close. In most forms of numerology, 9 represents completion. When it's repeated in triplets, it's a strong indication that this closing chapter is unavoidable. It may be a career that no longer suits you, a friendship that has run its course, or an old hobby that no longer holds any interest. Instead of fearing these endings, you can utilize them as openings for something new. Holding on to what no longer suits you tends to create frustration. Repeating 999 may indicate that you're holding on too much out of habit or fear. Noticing the nudge, you may choose to let go more readily, making space for expansion. Endings can be sorrowful, but 999 indicates that such transformation can lead to a brighter path ahead if you're willing to embrace it. 5. 555 The winds of change. Number 5 is usually linked with change and motion. 555 shows up for many during transitional times. On the surface, it's not necessarily a warning. However, if you're resisting a change that clearly needs to happen, like a move to a new city or a move out of a stuck situation, 555 might show up as a push. It's like the universe is saying, don't hesitate any longer, it's time to move. First, you might experience an inner restlessness. Maybe usual things feel too small, or you're incessantly daydreaming about a big shift. Then 555 appears on license plates, phone calls, or regular receipts. Wherever you see it, you can ask, what in my life is ready to shift? If you ignore the sign, you might miss the chance to transform. If you heed it, 555 can guide you to exciting life choices before bigger problems leave you no option. 6. 404. Tech glitch or divine nudge. We all know 404 not found pages if we've ever browsed the internet. Yet, there are some people who report seeing 404 off the screen, 2 in random phone numbers or street addresses, for instance when they themselves are lost in life direction. This number may be an indication of obstacles or confusion in your path, telling you it's time to reconsider your goals. Spiritually, 404 can also indicate that you're searching for answers in the wrong locations. If you're chasing a dream that's not in alignment with your true self, you might keep failing. The repeated 404 could be saying, you need to try a new approach. Rather than a failure, you can accept it as a message to change direction or do some more research. Is there another way to move forward? Are you missing simpler solutions? 404 invites you to be open and willing to learn when you hit a dead end. 7. 747. Eyes on higher perspective. We most often relate 747 to the airplane model, which soars in the air. Seeing it frequently might be a sign of needing to view your life from a higher level. Are you getting bogged down in everyday dramas, forgetting the bigger plan? 747 might be seen as a message to look at the horizon, not just your immediate tasks. For instance, if you're fighting with a colleague, ask, what's the final outcome we both want? If you're bogged down with housework, try to recall the original reason you took on these tasks. The number 747 can serve as a reminder to step back, breathe, and look at the overall direction your life is headed. By focusing on more than the moment, you may find simpler paths to peace or resolutions you hadn't imagined. Conclusion. Numbers surround us on clocks, receipts, phone displays, license plates, and more. We filter them out most of the time, but occasionally they stick like a jingle. When the same number or sequence repeats and pokes at your awareness, it can be more than mere chance. You can consider it the universe sounding an alarm or waving a yellow flag, warning of danger or a call to change. Whether these numbers truly carry cosmic significance or are merely a manifestation of your subconscious mind, they nevertheless serve a purpose. They make you pause, take a closer look, and ask the necessary questions. Is there a problem looming that you've neglected? Is there a direction you should be heading in but fear is holding you back? Seeing these patterns can subtly push you toward making wiser, more thoughtful decisions. Numbers don't exactly fix your problems, but they can point the way to where the healing or growing needs to happen most. Heeding those nudges may make for a smoother, clearer path ahead. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching this video. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.